Hey, this is Joe with Black Koi Water Features. Today we're doing something really cool. We're starting a new project. It's kind of a bigger project, so those are always exciting for us. So what we have to do is start with the demo. So this customer has an existing feature it's just not happy with. It's got some problems, but I think mostly it's aesthetic problems. It just doesn't look very good. So we're gonna take and completely transform this feature into something amazing. So we have this existing feature that just lacks character. You can see that it's just kind of straight and narrow. We really want to make it look, we want it to pop. I mean, this is a beautiful home on Lake Kiwi in Sunset, South Carolina, which is an amazing place if you've never been there. It's just so beautiful. They want the waterfall and the water feature to be just as beautiful as the home. So let's get started here. So the guys are going to do all the demolition. So they're gonna get started and work on the demo. I'm just gonna leave them to it. I don't need to be here for this. So it should take them about a day, and maybe they'll get the pond started as well, start the excavation of the pond. So here's our drawing, here's our plan, more or less. So what we're doing here is we're trying to create more movement. This water feature is very boring. It's very basic. So we're going to create more movement, more flow, and then completely redo the bottom pond, widen it, make it larger, make that bridge path just more functional. It's really awkward. So that's the plan. Yeah, stay with us. Hey, I am back on site. Really curious to see what the guys have gotten done. So they wrapped up the demo and they should have started the pond excavation and maybe putting in the liner. So let's take a look. The rock has arrived. Check out these beautiful boulders. Some nice moss. Some pretty good size to them. Look at that natural little divot. We are back again. Beautiful weather, but we had just a nasty rainstorm. It is just so muddy out here. It has been difficult, to say the least. Definitely have some challenges, but I'd rather be working in the mud than sitting at home, there's no doubt. So we're gonna make the most of it. So one other thing I wanted to mention is that this is a rebuild. Half of the jobs that we are currently building with the construction is rebuilding other contractors' work. What do you have to say about that, Brandon?
Well, most of the reasons we would end up rebuilding it in the first place is because they're not built right at all. You don't see any underlayment, you don't see any overlayment. The foam is just totally wonky and incorrect. You see massive leaks. And the next biggest thing would be just because they look like crap. So that's one thing that we try and fix with each one.
I mean, I think this was one that it probably could have been fixed, but the aesthetic was just so poor. So we really made it like, it just looks so much better, doesn't it?
You got this fantastic house right on the lake with a really crummy looking water feature. It just kind of doesn't make sense.
So here we have the fish cave. We put these in every one of our ponds. It just gives the fish an area to hide and be protected and feel more comfortable. What are you doing? Can you move that so the bucket's not hard to get out? Like behind the bucket. Or in front of it, sorry. The other behind. I'm pretty sure I got the whole thing on video. Oh. So here Jonathan's working on some lights. We foam all of our lights in place so they stay put, they don't move. And we always want to hide the lights. So we hide them with rocks and gravel. And we want to position them directly under the falls. I just find it looks better when they're positioned right under the waterfall. Look at this edge. What a great job they're doing on this edge, you know? So just a little bit of mulch, and once these plants kind of cover it, you're not going to see any of that. I think they're doing a fantastic job. What a nice day, huh? We're planting some water plants here. What do we got there, Jonathan? What kind of plant is that? I just told him.
No, this is parrot's plant right here.
Parrot's feather, yeah.
Parrot's feather, and this is some water iris right here.
There you go. You nailed it. Good job.
Thank you.
And then we basically, just like he's doing here, we just plant them, and then we treat the rock as dirt, right?
Yeah.
So the parrot's feather is going to grow on the surface of the water, and then the iris, of course, is going to grow up and kind of fill in the space. So water plants I love because they're so easy to plant, right?
Yeah, they just keep growing.
And they just keep growing, yeah. All they need is water, and we're planting them in a water feature, so it's super easy.
Yeah, it's good.
I cannot wait to see this thing running, or at least to see the pond full. You know, we always try to anticipate where the water level is going to be to get the right aesthetic. But there's nothing better when you fill the pond up for the first time and see, like, did everything work out as planned? This job definitely has had its challenges with the muddy weather, the cold weather, the hot weather. I cannot wait to see this thing done and completed. So we just did a little test of the waterfall to make sure everything was okay and it's looking amazing. Just when we thought we were done, we had the homeowner come out and say he wants to add it. He wants to add to the feature. So we were going to start the feature right in this area. So now we changed it, and now we're going up the hill more. So I think the main reason was to capture the view from when he's on the patio here, so he can see the start of the waterfall here. Yeah, standing up here, you just see the scale of this thing. It's pretty massive, pretty impressive, isn't it?
How long is it?
I Like
80 feet?
I think it's gonna be close to 100, 90 or 100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, but take a look. What are you doing here?
Just pressing the foam in so that it seals better. It's like a double seal. When you press it, it makes the waterfalls look real nice.
Because of the length of the feature, we had to divide the feature into 2 separate features, but they're combined all together as one. The reason we had to do 2 is because the pump performance and the length of the feature. We want to optimize these pumps and run them at peak performance for the longevity of the pumps. So here we have the feature pumping up to this area, from the bottom pooling area to the upper area, kind of 3/4 of the way up the feature. And then we have another pump, separate kind of system that pumps from the bottom to the top. I gotta get back to work. We got a lot to do. So if you watch the next video, we're gonna finish this waterfall, then you're gonna see the completion of this pondless waterfall on Lake Kiwi in South Carolina. Thank you.